Hi, I'm Sean Ballo, and today I'm going to talk about my science fair, Frozen, Let It Melt. And my question was, what substance melts ice the fastest? Out of salt, rubbing alcohol, sugar, sand, and calcium chloride. In my research, I found that calcium chloride is a salt mixture, and the salt lowers the ice's freezing point, causing it to melt. And it also has calcium sulfate in it. The calcium sulfate absorbs water and it absorbs the melted water, preventing it from freezing again. So my hypothesis was that calcium chloride will melt ice the best. Here are some of my materials, or my substances, and I graduated cylinder to measure. And my steps were, so I made ice cubes, all 25 milliliters each, made sure. And once they were frozen, I'd put them into bowls, 3 each, and just make sure that the corners were touching. And I would take half a teaspoon of each substance and put it into the different bowls. And then I would put them into the fridge. And the fridge was all the same temperature. It was 34 degrees Fahrenheit. And the first trial, I waited till at least one bowl. The substance was about half melted, and that was the salt, and it was 48% melted. And so then that took 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 40 seconds. The next 2 trials, I did the same, and I made it 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 40 seconds. So then, moving on, after my trials, we got my results. Calcium chloride did do the best, so my hypothesis was right. But salt came really close. Out of the 3 trials, it was only just 1% off. So calcium chloride was 47% and salt was 48%, and then the other times it switched 48% and 47%, and then 45% and 44%. And they were more higher up within the 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 40 seconds. Well, other substances like alcohol, sugar, and nothing in sand were lower down at like 11% and 4% melted. So then, in conclusion, calcium chloride does do the best at melting ice. And another good thing about it is salt did pretty good too, but salt can be bad for metal, vegetation, and on concrete. Well, calcium chloride is a mixture, so it can be environmental friendly, which means it won't harm the environment. And although here in northern Kentucky, we've had negative temperatures such as -12, and it's been extremely slick. Such as, even though they put salt on the road, salt only works above 15 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's below, it does not work as efficient or at all. So even though these do work, they don't always work at extremely cold temperatures. And this is my science fair board, Frozen, Let It Melt. Thank you.
How's your back, Jack?